opponent just also mentioned that they wanted a moon space program. Like I said earlier, it costs a lot of money, but can they guarantee that these shuttles are safe? These orbiters or rockets, they're not 100% safe vehicles. Astronauts have lost their lives due to flaws in rocket designs, and there's no ejector safety system for crew members. Rockets are complex vehicles to build. Therefore, adding new features will make the rocket more difficult to build and more expensive. According to Marcia Dunn of the Los Angeles Times, NASA is pondering shuttle escape capsules, but it would be expensive. Hundreds of millions of dollars, possibly $1 billion or more, would take each of the 4 space shuttles out of action for retrofitting for a minimum of 1.5 years. One prime example is the 1986 Challenger disaster. 7 crew members, 7 astronauts lost their lives just because there were flaws in the design, and NASA personnel or management, they weren't very careful. When they were testing these rockets, the astronauts were not part of the decision makings. They weren't part of the tests. They never mentioned anything that was wrong, but yet they allowed for the rocket to take launch. Now, I don't think they can guarantee that these rockets are safe, but just to give you a few more sources. For example, Tom Merce from About.com gives us, here's what the Associate Press said. Americans spend more on the space shuttle than the combined cost of soaring to the moon, creating the atom bomb, and digging the Panama Canal. Now here's another source. Science Policy Research has estimated that each shuttle launch cost at being far more expensive, as much as 3 times more. Roger Pielke Jr. and Rayford Beerley of the University of Colorado reported that the U.S. government and NASA spent nearly $200 billion total on the space shuttle program. Now, we believe NASA's budget should stay the same. Even the president believes it's a good idea to cut NASA spending. The Obama administration has proposed slashing the funding for Mars exploration by more than $200 million, or almost 40%, putting the program on pause. It's far more important to invest in people here on this planet than invest in a star planet that we may never reach. According to PC Magazine Online, President Obama stated, "We cannot continue to accept an education system in which our students show their peers in other countries, and a healthcare system in which exploiting costs puts our businesses at a competitive disadvantage and squeeze the incomes of our workers. We cannot continue to ignore the clean energy challenge and stand still while other countries move forward in the emerging industries of the 21st century. And we cannot continue to borrow against our children's future or allow special interests to determine how public dollars are spent."